pointers from our last game. Listen, we are a team that can play. Let's do that. Alright? You don't have to send every single one up to Manish. Come here, grind it out, get a result, go home. No mind games today. Okay, boys? Come, let's get in.
I can tell you, right, any team that plays against SNL, right, wants to win us. The motivation and the fight to want to win us is definitely more than us wanting to win them. Yeah, so it's a game for them to win and it's for us to lose.
I think the Germans, they are like typical Brexit football, I would say. They're strong, they're physical, they win every 50-50, every tackle. Every game with them is always a tough one, man. And one of the teams I don't want to play against because I know that, you know, any tackle or what is going to be a hard one the next morning.
Their whole team is quite passionate about football and quite keen on getting good results.
I would say they are the most physical team. The gaffer, Derek, instructions for us is always to not concede any set pieces and corners against them. My name is Aloy. I play mostly as a defender.
I would say he's a very dependable player.
He's one of the really good defenders that we have on the team.
I think he's a tank. Sometimes I feel bad for the wingers that come out against him because he's so strong and he's quick as well.
He's very no-nonsense, so it keeps us safe, keeps the ball away from the goal.
He fit our profile so much. The mental resilience, the drive. And I saw that Aloy had that. And he was more than happy to be part of us.
What role does football play in your life?
I love football a lot. I fell in love with the sport, not like many of the footballers. I only fell in love with football at the age of 13. It was the 2006 World Cup that piqued my interest. Wow, actually football is very interesting and I like it. However, watching and actually playing it is very different. So back then I wasn't to the requirement of SNL. You know, SNL actually everybody has a certain form of technical abilities and also understanding of the game. And then back then I wasn't up to that standard. I was disruptive, I would say.
So I told Aloy, sorry you can't join us for now.
He thought of the team first. They need to start winning games, they need to continue to play good football, and therefore they had to remove me. And I totally understand. But of course, you asked me, was I sad? I was sad. But that's just how life works.
Yeah, that was the first time he got rejected. And for Aloy, this was his story throughout his life.
Back then in secondary 1, I was a chubby boy. There were instances where I go training, I didn't even touch the ball. And it was a big hurdle to overcome.
We are a very competitive team.
We all have the same mentality. We just want to win. That's all we think about. That's all what we want to do.
We hate to lose, and we'll find a way to win. I love playing with them as well because I'm also a competitive bad loser, and all of us are aligned, right?
I really hate playing with teammates that are really okay with mediocrity, which is why I really enjoy playing with SNL.
I think one thing I like of my teammates, right, is that in games, they put their body in front of the ball. I think that's most important. You cannot be afraid. You need to protect the ball like you really want it. We have to win those 50-50 chances. And that's where we get ahead. We win more of the ball, get more possession of the ball.
Then come in the camera. Can you see yourself? Come. Can you see? Can you see? And smile. That's it. She finds this new thing, peace. So when she thinks smile, right, she has to do this. My name is Manish Prem. I play the striker position for SNL.
He's very decisive, he knows what he wants to do.
I've never seen such a clinical striker in my amateur football journey before, until I met Manish.
One of the best strikers that you'll find today.
He's like an absolute beast.
Powerful striker to have. I mean, he received the, I believe it was top scorer for the X-League song. The accolades speak for themselves.
All right, next up. Oh! Here he comes, put your hands together for the top scorer of Division 1, Season 15, Mr. Manish Prem!
Football for me, growing up, has always been an avenue of an escape. So I didn't have a very strong fatherly figure. Also, when I didn't feel like I was so interested in school, a little aimless, I think football gave me a good direction. It kept me grounded in that sense. I always knew that maybe I wasn't so academically inclined in primary school, so it got me an application to secondary school through DSA. So I had to focus on it as well and use it to my advantage.
The weakness of SNL is we always take some time to start our engine. Right, in the first 10 minutes, the lack of concentration is always there.
There are times when we actually lose our composure. We ended up being very anxious and just play not how we would like to play.
I think when our attack breaks down and there's a bit of counter attack here and there, we are not able to cover the space well, or we are not able to handle the 1v1 well sometimes.
This field is really very heavy. You all kick the ball, you all know. Okay? Don't hold the ball for too long. You all know who you want to pass to. You see the opponent start to make a move already, right? Let's play. Pass the ball. Don't forget, there's just a very silver lining between complacency and making that one extra and drawing them in. Okay? Remember that.
I must say that there were added pressure that, hey, we really need to get this. I would say it's a good thing that we really want to not lose.
I think any mistake we made against them in that game, they got a goal with it, So we were a bit careless in that game and they took advantage of it.
We're not afraid when we go down because we know we'll get it back. So I think the mentality of the team is very good. One of the strongest in the league.
SNL as a team is competitive at its core.
We are a team that wants to win.
We didn't really get going that day, I feel. I think the big pitch, we were struggling a little bit with the set of players that we have that day. So yeah, I think once the first goal went in, once the second goal went in, then yeah, it was more or less, we found it really hard to get back from there.
We lost our winning streak against them. That was a tough loss, and it was a sloppy loss, I would say. And I think having a winning streak hanging over our heads also plays a little bit in the mental side.
He's actually right. There isn't an expectation, I would say, or the first thing that we should focus on whenever we play a game is to win, or not to lose. I would say the tension was eased off quite a bit, even though we lose that game. So it's more of anyway, we really lose already, right? What's losing another game, right?
I think the loss is good for us before the cup final. At least we got it out of the way. We don't have any record anymore. We can play free maybe.
It's a good game to build on the next game. We have a long season ahead. We are still in a race for the league title. I think we're okay. We'll get better from here.
I didn't see this coming. I mean, if we were to lose the unbeaten streak, I figured that it would be some other teams.
I think we were a little bit too complacent, not focused enough. The remaining games are just as important now. We have to be consistent. We have to continue picking up the 3 points.
One loss doesn't define us, so now we just have to go again.
I think SNL as a team, we take losses hard. And I think every time we lose, we'll go back and we'll try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Next game, I'm telling you, we will go hard again after our loss today and make sure that we always come back from a defeat, right?
After the loss against the Germans, the pressure was much less. The next game, we won against Kamikaze 11-2.
Second game against them, 8-0.
The following game, we beat Shamrock 5-1. And importantly, after that, we beat RTSB 3-1.
Next, against Bukit Timah, we won 3-0.
We beat DFA 2-1.
We won 5-0 against that team.
I think it woke the team up, and sometimes it's better to lose a winning streak and lose early in the season and then understand, and from then kick off and play much better. So I think it worked to our favor a little bit, yeah.
In 2021, I was ready to move on to the next step, which is do something on my own, something I like. Then an opportunity came. My current boss, I remember that day he came to the coffee shop that I was helping my dad with. He asked, hey, are you interested to do optics or not? And I said, hey, I have no experience in optics. I said, I don't need you to experience, but I need you to have the mentality and the willingness to run a company, to chiong. That's a very important trait that he wanted.
So this is one of the smallest protector that you can find in the market today that uses main optics. So it doesn't require any battery. You just directly plug the protector into the phone.
He wanted someone who is young, who is willing to tough it out with him in this startup venture. So I co-founded the company, and it's a 4-year-old company. I was given the opportunity, and I'm very thankful for him for giving me this opportunity.
I always wanted to have a family. I always wanted to be a father as well. You know, I always try to look at the bright side of it. So sometimes when you go through troubles or an experience like that, you feel that what can you take away from it? So for me is that I want to make sure that I'm a present person, a strong fatherly figure, have good values, transfer that to my daughter, and also make sure that I'm always going to be there for her when she needs me, right?
Today we'll be playing Shamrock, our second last league game of the season. If we win today, we technically can lose against RTSB in the last game of the season next week, but it'll go down to goal difference lah. However, if we don't get a win today, then next week's game will have to be a must win lah. Yeah.
So we must really take this game seriously.
Every time we face them, they are slightly different in terms of their players. So maybe the chemistry sometimes is not there.
That's one thing I will always remind the team to exploit.
SNL, when we're there, we play to win. We're competitive. We don't give chances.
Army changed me a lot. My greatest fear in my life is heights. As a commando, I was required to do parachuting. So on my very first jump, right, we fit up the parachute already. When the call was asked to stand up, I raised my hand to signal that there was an issue and I didn't want to jump. So everybody else jumped except me. And I came down with the chilling. That was a turning point in my life. So I remember I came down, then the OC of the airborne course, he spoke to me. I said, hey, what happened? Scared? He shared with me that even he jumped so many times, every time he jumped, the fear is still there. It's about how we overcome it. So he gave me a chance. He told me, okay, I'm going to arrange you for another jump in 10 days. I can tell you that 10 days was one of the toughest period of my life. I need to focus, I need to psych myself for that day. I remember that day when I jumped twice. That was a big turning point in my life because I overcome my greatest fear. Things in life is not going to be easy, but it's how we face it, how we put our mind, how we set our mind to it and overcome it.
I knew that being disciplined and consistent gave me an advantage in life. So I think as I grew up and matured a little bit, I felt that in order to be a better player, you should be more fit. So I think a part of Avenue directed me towards fitness. I felt that if I was focusing more on my health, it would ground me, give me some stability, and then get more direction.
For me, when I play football, I don't think too much about how the opponents are like. It's more about what we do as a team because we are always adapting.
It's almost certain that we will score goals every game.
try to win at every tournament that we are in, every league that we're in. This year might be tricky. Hopefully we win the league, man. Hopefully we win the league. So let's see what happens again.